Okay, start point. Now we're going to talk about moving components. And first I want to take and show you some of the functionality of your middle mouse wheel and your right click for zooming and panning. So first of all, on the mouse wheel, I can zoom in and out just by clicking on the mouse wheel. And what you'll see is that the zooming is really centered around the pointer that's on your screen. So I'm going to put my pointer up here at this end, and I can zoom in on that end. If I put the pointer over here, now I'm going to zoom in on that. And if I double click on the mouse wheel, it does a zoom all. Another trick is to do panning, is to hold down the control key and your right mouse button, and now I can pan the project all over the place. Let's see. Oh, I can also rotate the part if I want by holding down the right mouse button only. I can turn it around and take a look at it any way I want by doing that. So I'll release that. I'm going to right click here and say isometric to get me back to the normal spot. Now, that's moving everything or panning in or out or zooming in or out on everything. But if I want to move an individual part, is all I have to do is click on it. And you get this white thing right here. They call this the Triad Manipulator. And right now, because I clicked on the wheel, the top of the wheel, it's highlighted that. But you'll see the arrowhead. I have one going on the X, one going on the Z, and one on the Y. And if I put my cursor on one of those arrowheads and click and hold and just move up, you'll see the item also moves up. And I can do that with the Y-axis, and I can do the same thing with the X-axis. So I can use that Triad Manipulator to move things around. I can also just, I'll press escape a couple times. I can also just click on something, and as long as, oh, it was still highlighted, that's why the wheel moved. I meant for the pin to move by itself. If I just click on this part, I can just click on it, hold, and drag it, and it will move around. Bring everything back to where it was, I'll just use the undo tool. Okay, so that brings everything back. Double click on the middle mouse wheel to redo a zoom all. Now, this Triad thing has another functionality. It's a little hard to see it right here in this wheel. So there's a little circle right where the X, Y, and Z axes come together. If I click on that and pull it out away from the part, it goes out here. So I can put it back if I want, I suppose. Or I can just use undo. Let's use undo here for a second. It didn't change the triad. Let's try that again. Oh, there it is. All right, so I'm just going to click that. I don't know why it's flipping like that, but it's the same functionality. Now, the other thing though is if I want to rotate this thing, I can rotate this. And you'll notice that I can rotate it a particular amount of degrees. Something I should show you too. I forgot all about this. Let's do this one. If I click on this and I pull this out, what you'll see is I get a dialog box here that I can tell this to go a particular distance if I want. All right. So I can, like I said, I can take this triad and move it away. I just put it there. Now, if I don't want the part to move in all the different planes, I can just click on one plane and have it just move on this one plane. So it's only going to move on the X plane in that instance. In this instance, it's going to move on the Z, and in this one, it'll move on the Y only. So if I was looking at this from the right-hand side, I'll zoom out a little bit. And if I click on this right here, no matter what I do with this, it's only moving on this one plane. All right, let's go back to isometric here. So that is that triad. and that's how you drag parts across the screen. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to actually mate all the parts together. So that is the next video.